Welcome to my new series, Sprue Tuesdays, or Sprue Sundays. I'll let you guys decide which one's a better name, but I'm doing this because Monday's already taken. And of course, this is basically going to be a return to the model Mondays, which in fact, before I go on, is that it's way too similar to Gary's stuff. Monday Matters. In fact, Model Mondays, I checked, actually came a few, I believe about a week or two before Monday Matters. So, in fact, I did it first. It was probably just coincidental, since the name's a pretty good one, I think. But I wanted to show off some of the things I've got and what's in the works, what ideas I've got. So this is Handley Page Sparrow. This is a model by Velon. They are a short-run company. I can't remember what country they're from, but I decided to get the Sparrow over the Harrow. The Harrow would have these glass front pieces. It would be slightly longer about out here, and it is massive. It is longer than the Lancaster. I preferred this. It's got quite a few boxings. They have one for toothy markings, one for like naval operations, like coastal command, one for regular old bombing, I believe. And they did two of the Sparrow, which is a transport, so it's medical sort of carrying aircraft, and it has a nicer nose, to be honest. So this is the nose, and that goes on there. Oh wait, wrong way around. And as you can see, it's gonna look all nice in the end. It's not all glued together yet. This main spar that runs through just really holds it quite well. I've had to fill it with loads of plastic card. I think I need to do another layer of it, unfortunately, just because it is, if I hold this together, you see it's got a bit of a step. I did make a bit of a mistake. I've been going off modelling for a while, since it's basically been a nightmare, because I keep trying to do projects, taking my time, and it just keeps going wrong, and that's the big problem. I've not finished the spearfish, but I did start it. I cut out where the canopy is supposed to be a bit wonky, but it should be all good. And the fairy headland is just a pain in the arse, because there are so many bits I've still got to make, such as the struts. And whilst it is looking very good, I would say, I can see it from up here. It's on one of my shelves. Oh, there's so much filling to do with that, because Sutcliffe is definitely worse than Contrail, even though they work together. So I got loads of windows on this one. So you have these long strip windows, which are cast in clear resin. There we go, and they would go along there. I ran out of super glue, so I haven't glued them on yet. I cut them out a bit wrong, so I've filled the edges with plastic card. And then I've got to add a buttload of filler. We then have this window, which needs some more lines scribed, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. Interior, I've painted very basic. As you can see, there's that join line to add this extra platform, because it's so hollow in there, and there's so many windows. I just thought I'll have to add some flooring here. So I've got to add a door here, but I'm not even sure if it would have a door, since it was just this nose, but I can't really make it open if there was anything in the nose. I don't know if they held cargo in here or extra personnel, or maybe it was just empty. I'm not even sure. But now I've got this big bit of plastic card in here, I'm not really able to show it off. Whoops. It's got some photo etch. It's got some photo etch handles for this, but it has no like dents or any cutouts for where the little levers are supposed to be. And unfortunately, I broke it. I broke them. But I did have a bit of an accident with this. This was the fact I spilled acetone, which cleans off super glue, which is really helpful because I always get it over my fingers. But in large concentration, it can melt plastic. And unfortunately, one of the victims of this was the wings. Now, the wings are maybe fixed, but there's a few scratches and whatnot. Let's see. Yeah, you can see all the scratches where I've done sanding. I'll try and fill those because I don't really like that. And here's the underside. So basically what happened was I have a stack of boxes, unhelpfully, over next to my building bench, because I've got a split wall so I can do painting and building separately. And I knocked over the boxes. I accidentally left the lid off the acetone, but I swear I sealed it off, but I guess not. And it started pouring in about half a pint of it just straight into the box. And I learned, because I got the Frog Penguin Wellington, which should be a video soon. I should post that soon. And it just started melting everything. But I tried to pick it up right around here where all the scratches are. I put my thumb straight in it and I left a big thumb mark in the plastic. And God, I don't know why it had to be the raised fabric detail that I had to put my thumb straight into and not the flat panels. That would have been helpful, but I guess not. I guess I couldn't do that for the life of me. I also had some masking tape on it, and as you can see, it's left these little lines which I've tried to fill. I've been trying to take this one a bit easier, but at the same time, I'm still trying to push myself. I want to make this one look so good. I was so excited for this, and I spent quite a bit. So here's what happened. It goes discoloured. It feels fine, and it pretty much show up when I finally have it all complete. But it does leave this sort of look. I've got a texture to it. I thought I'd feel a bit more like sandy, like a bit like when you sanded something. Luckily, most of it was salvageable. I thought it was worse than it was, and I was panicking, going, I spent 40 quid on this, you know. But it turns out it's fine. Oh yeah, here are the windows on this side. So you got a square window here, a rectangular window here. There we go. And then we got another rectangular window here, which is the same as that side. Had to cut it out a bit deeper. And you got these long strip windows. I just think it looks so nice. Fortunately, with all of the decals being in a sort of little clear bag, the acetone stuck to the decals, and the decals sort of melted and they stuck and they ripped. Let me go get them. I'll have to get up front quickly. So here's what's left of these unsalvageable decals. Now actually I will say, I think, I'm just going to rip it apart because doing it carefully is no point. I will say I think, ooh, some of it might be salvageable. These views and these, I know these aren't for the scheme I'm doing, but the roundels are ruined Ooh. I thought the fins were alright, but I guess not. Ooh. The U's are alright, that's for my colour scheme, so. There are two colour schemes, I will just admit. There's one, there's these on the front, and they have the invasion stripes wrapped the whole way around. But I preferred mine being just half the way around, and on the fuselage halfway around. Whoops, knocked it again. I tried to build a Fulmer, and that was very, very annoying. I've got a lot of projects that I guess I could show you. I'll move this stuff out of the way, and I can get something else. Let's see. Well, I will show you this. This is my skewer. Oh my god, this is what I believe what I would call my best plane. Apart from the canopy, that's a whole nother story. I'll talk about that in a minute. I did some heavy chipping, I think. Still getting used to doing chipping. But yeah, the canopy is done this fogging thing, but then you scrape it off like paint. I honestly don't know what that is. I don't know why it did that either. It just seemed like condensation almost. But anyways, that's really annoying. Oh my god, I just love what I did here. It just looks very nice, I think. And then, oh yeah, I'll get the Hendon quickly. The Hendon's pretty big, so let's see if we fit it in. Yeah, I got pretty far. I'd say I'm quite proud of it from what I did. So let's show you his engines. Yeah, so they have all these little flaps, and I did it quite well. I've seen someone do this when I looked at someone else's on Google. They basically cut out little strips and put it all in there. Because the original, you should see it. It looks horrible. I'll try and find one, because I know they're scattered around my workbench somewhere. Oh, here they are, yeah. So this is what they did. Yeah, that used to be there. And it just looks awful compared to the real thing. And this is really what killed my interest in this. It was so annoying to do these. And can you guess why? It's just so many of these things I had to put in there. I'm very proud of this at the front. I accidentally dropped it. I made this whole part clear, and I dropped it accidentally down the stairs. And then I replaced it, and I made a clearer circle with my new pin vise. And then that front window, mainly fogged, but is very tiny at the front. There are these side windows, and I've got the gunner's hatch open. There's this big hatch that's going to be open, and there's only 2 photos of the interior I could find, and the pilot's partially suspended. I cut out some of the holes in the bulkheads to make a walkway, but one of the things I'm most proud of, let's get lower, okay, is this. The original was just, oh, it was misshapen. It was looked sort of inflated. It looked odd. It was a lot more like bubbly, sort of had smoother edges, and basically I replaced it with plastic card, and I made a metal ring. I just wrap metal wire around a pen, and I create that. That I thought looked really good. I'm probably just blabbering on at this point, but there's so much filling, as you can see, and it's definitely not fun. It's not a fun thing to spend this much time on filling, but I'm proud I even got here, because this was a pain in the ass. I do have one project I want to announce as a sort of what if. I've made a video, unfortunately it's unusable, I will talk about that. There was basically some collectible tea / cigarette / newspaper cards I got given by one of my family members. They got me a charity shop. I think it was about £1 a pile, and one of them was a complete collection. The other one was incomplete. That's the history of flight. But I did eventually buy a separate set, but I don't have it here. It's players' cigarette cards, and they're from 1938. It's a booklet. They're all glued in, unfortunately. But I was wondering, should I make a video where I go over all the planes in the book? So I cover the book, I tell you all the planes, and I tell you what kits are available of it. Mainly the 172nd, but I'll tell you about others. This means you can see a lot of the planes in the book, and if you like any, well, it'll be quite informational. I'll probably be using scale mates, so if I miss a kit that's like this really random vac form limited release kit that's super rare and I forgot about it, well, you can tell me in the comments, because I think that'd be a great idea. And Sprue Tuesdays is probably going to be a little series now, and I'm excited to do that. Oh yeah, I've got something fun for you guys as to finish off the video. Here it is. If you remember my old YouTube banner, you'll recognise this. Here's the actual set of model wings for our Spitfire Mark 19, and a bit of a long story. Made it, wanted to do some sort of restoration since I had some blemishes in the paint, but it was my best plane for a while. It's supposed to be like this PR blue, but it was all dried up in the set I got, so I ended up painting it silver because I saw something like that, and eventually I started to use it. I used to cannibalize it, use it for scrap, and eventually I tried to rush a YouTube banner and create this model wings. I could definitely make a better pair now, but I've got a much better YouTube banner now, so anyways, I will see you guys soon in another Sprue Tuesdays, or Sprue Sundays, whichever one is better, and I will see you then, unless I upload a video that I pre-recorded like a month ago. So anyways, I'll see you then.